Okay, so a very interesting 12 hours or so. It's the morning after Nigel Farage, of course, resigned as MP for Clacton, which triggered a by-election of which he said he will be standing in. Now, there has been a lot happen over the last sort of 12 to 18 hours, of which we're going to be discussing in today's video, because essentially we've got Labour MPs plotting to block Nigel Farage's by-election, firstly. We've also got all the parties kind of withdrawing from standing a candidate in the by-election, which leaves a battle between two. And then we've got Nigel Farage making a personal video this morning. It was all fairly interesting, but first hit like and subscribe and let's get into it. So as stated, Nigel Farage yesterday, of course, triggered a by-election. Now, what we've seen then is Restore Britain stating that they're not going to be standing a candidate, Lib Dems stating that they're not going to be standing a candidate, the Conservative Party saying that they're not going to be standing a candidate, and Labour stating that they're not going to be standing a candidate, which means it's just Nigel Farage and this candidate here called Count Binface. Yeah, this is actually a candidate, and he's confirmed that he is, of course, going to be standing in this sort of by-election. So as things stand, no major parties are going to be doing this by-election, and it's literally just going to be Count Binface and Nigel Farage. So it kind of seemingly looks like, well, what the hell is the point? Now, there is, of course, a lot of theories as to why Nigel Farage is doing this. Other parties believe this is to get out of any scrutiny. Others believe that he's playing 4D chess. Either way, whatever side of proceedings you're on, it is going to be a fairly interesting by-election, because by the looks of Nigel Farage this morning and his video, it's still going to be going ahead. So now it's, of course, being reported by Labour MPs that they're looking to block Nigel Farage's by-election as Reform lashes out against the establishment. And in fact, Lee Anderson this morning has stated that Kemi Badenoch and Keir Starmer and all the other sort of parties are running scared and do not want to fight Nigel Farage because they think that they'll lose. Now, this is what Kemi Badenoch said yesterday following Nigel Farage's sort of resignation.
Nigel Farage is having a hissy fit because the first time he's actually having to deal with some real scrutiny. What he needs to do is be honest about where his fishy £5 million came from, rather than calling a fake by-election to run away from a standards investigation. We will be standing a candidate in the real by-election because no one is above Parliament. Parliament is bigger than all of us. We all have to follow the same rules. We all have to register our interests. What this by-election is a gimmick. This is him wanting to make everything about himself rather than his offer to the country at a time when we have a defence crisis, a retiring Prime Minister, so much change and turbulence. Conservative Party is the only party that's actually focused on the issues that matter to people.
So that's what the Tories said with regard to this. And despite it literally at this moment in time being Nigel Farage against Count Binface, Nigel put this video out this morning on his personal socials.
Britain is broken and the public know it, and we need change. Why should I be judged, today or in history in the future, by Sky News and their own? The issue with my daughter was the final straw. Enough is enough. Why should they be the people that decide my fate when, as I repeat, I've done nothing wrong? No, I've decided that the people of Clacton should be the judges of my actions. This will be a people versus the establishment by-election. The last 2 years, I've really enjoyed the job of being an MP. The people, the constituency, it's an office that I genuinely adore. And that is why I will be putting my name forward to stand in this by-election. I will fight to win. I will fight to continue the political revolution that Reform has started. And I would say this to you, the voters of Clacton: if I win, you win. Because if I lose, they win, and we will never get the type of fundamental change that we need to fix broken Britain.
So as stated, that's all well and good, but again, at this moment in time, it's literally Nigel Farage versus Count Binface. This is what Zia Yusuf said this morning, by the way, with regard to the resignation yesterday.
Zia, we've heard party leaders, other party leaders, talk about the possibility of standing candidates in a second by-election in Clacton-on-Sea. Do you think there's going to be a second by-election? And if so, is Nigel Farage going to stand again?
Well, they clearly do. Perhaps they know something we don't. You see, I don't have insight into the inner workings of parliamentary standards. Perhaps they do. Look, we've been clear time and time again. Nigel's done nothing wrong. He has not only not broken the law, he's not broken any of the procedural rules within Parliament. The rules are the rules. Reform UK will abide by them. One of the reasons why Nigel's called this by-election now, though, is short of some extraordinary piece of new information coming out after that by-election, if standards and the committee, so remember, it's a committee of MPs that then determine any potential sanction if they find against him, which, just to be crystal clear, we do not think that they will. Should they do so, it'll be up to those MPs to determine a sanction, which could be up to and including a by-election. It would be up to them to determine whether it would be worth asking the people of Clacton to go back to the ballot boxes to vote again in such a short period of time. It is within their gift to do it. The rules are the rules. We will abide by them. But here's the most important thing. I want to reiterate. This is a people versus establishment by-election. Don't be fooled by the fact that Labour and the Tories have decided, and the Greens and the Lib Dems, extraordinary, have all coalesced together so quickly to not stand candidates. All that tells you clearly is that they're running scared.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. That's Zia Yusuf there, Reform UK's Home Affairs spokesperson.
Well, it certainly is interesting to see what actually does happen because, yeah, I can't imagine, Count Binface and Nigel Farage is a bit of a waste of time, isn't it? But I'm sure we'll see what happens because, they're not going to win in Clacton. That's probably half the reason why Nigel Farage is so confident, because he is absolutely adored in Clacton. No one's going to be able to bring him down. And they're obviously not going to be voting for a Labour candidate or a Green Party candidate if they're backing Reform by a vast majority. But I'm interested to know where you all stand. We've got a lot of Restore voters here. We've got Tory voters. Of course, we've got Reform voters that make up the subscription base. So I'm interested to know where you kind of stand on proceedings here with Nigel Farage. Do let me know what you think should happen. What do you think is going to happen with this by-election particularly as well? And yeah, what do you think do you think Nigel Farage has done something wrong? Just let me know everything. Where do you stand on proceedings? Let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you so much for the support. We'll see you all next time.